Kellen Earn here, 12 plus year fitness coach, giving you quick fitness tips to change how you think about exercise, nutrition, and lasting athleticism. So does an apple a day really keep the doctor away? In college, I remember seeing a poster hanging in the hallway that said, an apple does a better job at waking you up in the morning than a cup of coffee. Now, being a coffee lover, I was a little bit skeptical of that one, but apples certainly pack a nutritional punch, and if you go throughout history, you'll see that apples were encouraged in a big way, even back in 1886, when a memorable phrase was published in a Wales publication. It said, "Eat an apple on going to bed, and you'll keep the doctor from earning his bread." From there, it evolved to an apple a day, no doctor to pay, and an apple a day sends the doctor away. And then in 1913, it ripened to the commonly quoted, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now, this phrase is relatively new, but cultures have touted the health benefits of apples for thousands of years. The ancient Romans did, the Anglo-Saxons did, and even Ayurvedic medicine. All these preach the importance of them. And they may be onto something because apples certainly have a lot going on for them. So let's look at an apple for a second. Eating one medium apple is only 95 calories. Well, that's going to give you 14% of your vitamin C and 17% of your daily fiber. They also have quercetin and pectin. Quercetin is a flavonoid, which is basically a natural plant chemical or a type of polyphenol, which has both anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects in the body. Pectin is a type of soluble fiber that helps digestion and ferments in the colon to produce short-chain fatty acids, which play a serious role in chronic disease prevention. So if you were to look at some of the research on eating an apple per day, here's what you would find. So for type 2 diabetes, a large 2013 review published in the British Medical Journal looked at 38,000 women and found that an apple per day reduced the chance of developing type 2 diabetes by 28%. If we look at asthma, a large 2011 study published in Advanced Nutrition, so this was 68,000 women, found that eating 15% of a large apple per day decreased asthma risk by 10%. Heart disease. So another study found that just by eating 1.9 ounces of an apple per day, it significantly decreased your risk for heart disease. Plus, women were 43% less likely to die from heart disease, and men were 19% less likely. Cholesterol. So another study, this was done in the British Medical Journal, compared the impact of statins, which is a type of drug for lowering cholesterol, to eating an apple per day. And they found that apples were almost as effective at decreasing death by heart disease as the statins. Okay. Now, I will note that this was not a controlled study, so more research on this front needs to be done. But one of the most shocking studies was done in 2008 where hamsters were fed hamsters that were fed apples decreased total cholesterol and decreased 48% of plaque buildup in the arteries. Stroke. A 2011 study in the journal Stroke found that for every 25 grams of apples, which is about a fifth of a cup, the chance of stroke dropped by 9%. A 2013 study in the journal Atherosclerosis they looked at over 75,000 men and women over a 10-year period, and they found that subjects with higher apple consumption had lower risk of stroke compared to those with lower apple intake. Cancer. Those who ate one or more apples per day were at lower risk for cancer than those who didn't. 20% lower risk for colon cancer and 18% lower risk for breast cancer. Weight loss. So one study found that subjects who ate apple slices before a meal felt fuller than those who didn't. They also felt fuller than those who drank apple juice or apple sauce prior to a meal. A 12-week study in nutrition had 51 overweight women consume 3 different snacks each day. So they snacked on either 3 pears, 3 oat cookies, or 3 apples each day. The subjects who consumed apples significantly decreased their blood sugar levels. Those who ate apples also ended up consuming less calories each day and lost on average 2.9 pounds. Now, what makes this interesting is the oat cookies were almost identical from a calorie and fiber standpoint, yet they did not help subjects lose as much weight. In a 2015 study, this was in the journal, this was PLOS Medicine. They did an analysis of over 100,000 men and women's nutritional habits, and they found that those who ate higher amounts of fiber, rich fruits such as pears and apples had the least amount of weight gain over a 24-year period. So as you can see, apples have a lot going for them, and I'll leave it up to you to decide if an apple a day keeps the doctor away. The real question is, will you take this knowledge and translate it into action? And I'll leave you with a Jim Rohn quote, who's was a phenomenal speaker and author. He says, "We've all heard the expression, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, I've got a good question for you. What if it's true? Would that be easy to do, to eat an apple a day? Here's the problem. It's also easy not to do." For more fitness and motivation tips for getting in the best shape of your life, check out the link below.